Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today we're making a butter cake. This recipe celebrates the simplicity and richness of butter, creating a moist and tender crumb that melts with every bite. I cannot wait for you guys to try this, so let's get started. All right, so diving right into this recipe, we want to preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius. And we're also going to grease 2 9-inch cake pans or 4 3-inch cake pans with a non-stick cooking spray, melted butter, as well as parchment paper on the bottom side of the pans. Preferably, you want to use a spring release pan. So to create the cake in a large bowl using a stand mixer, you want to add in 1 pound's worth of salted butter alongside 2 cups of granulated white sugar and cream those together until the sugar and butter mix becomes light and fluffy, and this should take about 3 minutes mixing on medium speed. Following that, you want to take about 5 ounces of cream cheese that's been softened to room temperature and add that to the bowl, as well as 1 tablespoon of vanilla bean paste and 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. Mixing those together until they become well combined. Our next phase is we're going to need in total 5 eggs, but we're going to add 1 egg at a time, mixing the former egg before adding the next into this batter. And then once all your eggs have been added, you want to add in 2 cups worth of all-purpose flour, whisking that slowly into the rest of the mix until the batter just combines. Here you want to evenly distribute the cake batter into each pan. For today I'm using 2 3-inch wide cake pans and 1 9-inch cake pan. You want to use an offset spatula to smooth out the top surface, as well as tap the pans on your counter to remove any of that trapped air. We're going to bake these for 30 to 33 minutes if you're using a 3-inch cake pan, or until they become golden brown and the toothpick can be inserted into the middle and come out clean. And if you're using a 9-inch cake pan, you want to bake these for 40 to 45 minutes instead. And now to make the butter mix that really sets off this butter cake. About halfway through the baking process of our cakes themselves, in a medium-sized sauce pot, we want to add in about half a cup's worth of granulated white sugar, a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract, half a cup of buttermilk, as well as a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Mixing all those ingredients together until they become well combined. We're going to heat this over medium heat, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius, and stir this until it just begins to boil, as you can see in the video. And once it reaches this state, you want to remove it from the heat. Now, when the cakes are done baking, you want to poke holes using a skewer all over the top of the cake. You're going to pour your freshly made butter mix evenly amongst the cakes, ensuring the mix enters the holes that you just made. You want to allow the cakes to cool in the pan before removing them. You want to transfer them to a serving plate, and what I like to do for garnishment is to add a mix of berries. You can use strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, whatever you have handy. I also like adding a thin layer of sifted powdered sugar. And for final touches, I like to add a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and you can garnish that with a sprig of mint as well. And with that, this butter cake is ready to be served and enjoyed. And just like that, you've made butter cake right at home. This recipe makes a lot of the butter mix that gives the cake its flavor, so if you have leftover, you can use that as a garnishment over the butter cake as well. But this is a really simple dessert that has a great wow factor to it. I really do hope you guys try this at home. And when you do, be sure to tag me at Chef Vic Cuisine or hashtag Chef Vic Cuisine so I can see your great takes on this dish. As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 5, Mastering Your Inner Chef. And that's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in the description box. And feel free to click the pop-up on your screen for more information on that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning how to make a butter cake, and if you did, make sure you bake in a like button for me. It's one of the best ways to show support for the channel. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button too, and feel free to share this recipe with all your family and friends. And stay tuned for next week, where I show you how to make a really cool breakfast option, a Dutch baby pancake. Make sure you tune in next week to see why this breakfast dish is so special. Well, thank you all again so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can always check out more recipes on my page now. YouTube thinks you'll like these videos, so let's see if they're right. And I'll catch you next time on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.